Okay, guys, this is Magic 51. I decided to do another Taro video for Christmas Eve. I tried to get Twitch set up. I just reached out to a IT guy and see if he can help me set it up. So, I don't know. I kind of feel like Twitch is a place to be at some points in life. But there's no telling what um, I have to do to get Twitch. Maybe I have enough bandwidth, maybe I don't, but hopefully the IT guy can actually help me out with that. So, before I start with my tarot reading, I'm going to select the cards first. So this is just something that I just wanted to do. I don't even know why they make these cards so stiff, like they're cardboard. They should have just lightened it up just a little bit, so it's just so easy to shuffle. I mean, yes, I can overhand shuffle it, but that's not really mixing up the card very well, other than what I'm doing right now. So it's a little bit better, but it's not a certain guarantee that this is going to thoroughly mix things up. So one more. And these are actually one of my favorite cards, but the only complaint is that they're just so stiff. I do like my steampunk um, tarot decks. Okay, so we can select the cards right now. Okay, so I kind of feel like that number 3 is where I should start it out with. So I'm going to put this one, this one, this one, this one here. And then let's do the Angel Tarot. I don't know if I've done the Angel Tarot yet. No, I just got it yesterday. I did actually do one on my podcast last night. Um, it's set to release on Christmas Day, so be sure to follow me there if wherever you get your podcasts. And it's Marvelous and Paranormal. Um, or wherever you get your podcast from. It's marvelous, like how you would actually spell marvelous. And paranormal. Um, so they're not in one word. Um, I wrote it as if you were actually writing a letter, so there's actually space in between them. So marvelous and paranormal, and just type it in and you'll be able to find me online or wherever you get your podcasts as well. So, um, with that out of the way, I am going to select my cards here. Okay, this one is the one that I should be using. Now, I kind of feel um, all right, this is going to be something interesting for Christmas Eve. I didn't even have a question, so this one is just going to be like a general reading. If I were to ask it a question, I would have asked it, what can we expect out of Christmas Eve and day? But this is just a general reading. So basically, if this makes sense to anybody out there, please let me know. Like, share, and subscribe if it does make sense to you. So here we go. Right now we got the Six of Cups right here. And then we have the Eight of Swords. I know it's a little difficult to see. It's on reverse. I'll show it to you upright. A lot of you want to see it upright. Well, Eight of Swords. I guess you could sort of see it, kind of. Let me see. Focus. I guess you could sort of see, but anyway, it's reversed. It was in the reverse positions, and I do actually read reversals. So what I could sort of take out of the Eight of Cups, excuse me, the Six of Cups is what I showed you, is the I think this is like a cause for celebration of sorts. I mean, the emotions are high. I mean, people are having a good time. I kind of feel like this is like going to be a good year. I mean, people are going to try to find things to be happy and talk about anyway during this year, anyhow. But I kind of feel like that this is going to be a good year. Like this is the time to visit people. And while there may be some lack of a better word, I want to say restrictions, maybe conditions is a better word to put in place, even if it's with your friends and family, let's say. But I kind of feel like this is going to be a good year, though. But I feel like this is the year to celebrate just love in general. I mean, it doesn't have to be just because somebody got married. It can mean that, but it doesn't have to necessarily mean love only. It could also be like a celebration of, just celebrating life, just being here on this planet. Whether or not you believe that this is a good place or not. Well, I mean, I know there are times where things doesn't seem to be going very well as you expect it, but I kind of feel like this is the moment to get in touch with that spiritual side, your inner guidance, your self-worth, self-love. So I kind of feel like that even if you released all of this negativity, which I do believe you have done at this point, like you're not blinded by the situation of the reality that we kind of currently live in at the moment. But I kind of feel like that this has something to do more with being on the spiritual side of things, and you just choose to look at the positive side instead of the negative. So I kind of feel like that this is a good year to celebrate with family and friends on Christmas Eve. Not only that, Christmas Day too. So it could actually pertain to both. But I kind of feel that the chariot of the angel tarot, I'll turn it upward so you could actually look at it too. But this one is kind of, it was reversed. It's the chariot is the angel of guidance. So basically, I have the star here, upright position, and this is the steampunk tarot mini. And basically, what this is saying is that, well, if this is um, steadily going at a slower pace, that you are going someplace, that you've released all of this energy of wanting to go, but while you are going places, it's just going at a very slow pace. I kind of feel like that the star is also kind of like saying, well, um, they're here to guide you whether you want to listen to your intuition or not. But I kind of feel like if it's like a nagging feeling, listen to your intuition, because they usually don't steer you wrong. Even if intuition is wrong at times, but it will actually help you get on the right track. It's not about being right or wrong. I mean, using the intuition. It's just letting, just familiarize yourself with your inner guidance, that is kind of like your internal voice saying like, uh, don't go right when you should go left. Or maybe it's vice versa. Go left when you should be going right. When you should not be going right, excuse me. I just got a little bit jumbled up there. Uh, go left when you shouldn't go right. And maybe some situations, as reiterated before, that maybe you should go right and not go left. And vice versa in all these directions. Anyway, um, so that's what I'm getting from these two cards. I mean, just look for signs that is actually a spiritual connection that you've asked for. Let's say that you needed a sign to say, like, is this the right path that I need to be going? Or is this uh, not the right path? Whatever this path, I, I kind of feel like this is kind of reiterating here. I don't know exactly what this path is. Maybe it's a new set of beliefs. Maybe you could combine the beliefs together, and maybe somebody has a problem with combining uh, several different belief systems, and it would just not go over well, I guess. I, I guess that's where this path is coming from, I guess. I guess you intend to um, still stay with the belief, but I kind of feel like there's no wrong way to um, celebrate this belief that you have, even if it means to stay in the current belief system that you're in right now, and just combine kind of like your newfound knowledge and with the old found knowledge. If it makes you a better person, I say go ahead and do it. But don't listen to me. I'm just interpreting the cards. That's up to you to make. It's up to you to make that decision. And here is kind of saying, this is the Queen of Swords of Independence right here. And this one is a Temperance. Where are you? Focus. Hey. Do we have spirits that don't want to see reversals all of a sudden? Here's this upright. Oh, well, now you focused it. And then it was reversed. It's a temperance reversed. Focus. Camera. Focus. Sorry. But it is actually the temperance reversed. So basically what this means is that you have to decide for yourself whether you should take action on this or not. I kind of feel like it's kind of like some reason I'm getting rebel for some reason. You want to rebel against something that may not be up to your par, up to your beliefs, kind of thing. I kind of feel like it's kind of like it's either this way or no way. I kind of feel like that this is something that you've been struggling with inside of you maybe for some time ago, I suppose. And I don't want to put a number on it. I just want to say like maybe some time ago, maybe a safe bet would be about 3 years. But I kind of feel like there's no balance there. I mean, the decision is still yours, yes, but I kind of feel like I mean the emotions are a little bit. How do I want to put it? I think it's a little bit off balance. I feel like it was like an argument of some kind. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a friend, although it could be. But I kind of feel like this is more like uh, I kind of feel like this could be like a partnership or family kind of tiffy arguments going on. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like you're on the fence right now. It's kind of like you're on your guard. You're keeping your shield up, and you're like, no, it's either this way or no way. I kind of feel like there's kind of like a barrier between this communication of some sort. Here is the magician and the angel tarot. And what that is, it's the angel of magic. And then this one is the page of swords. Here it is upright. Um, Now, but it was reversed. So here is what I am seeing here. Well, in these cards anyway. He has all of these tools to work with. And basically what this is saying is that you have all the tools at your dispense right now. But it kind of feels like that you need to take um, time with your action. Not everything that is magical is like an instant, like you see in Harry Potter. I mean, it only seems that way because you learn to let go and move on from whatever the situation. Let's I call it like a prayer of sorts, and then you just say, okay, God, I need a sign for this, because I need to know XYZ is okay. I need to know if my business is okay or if I will thrive in this business. All this stuff right here. I mean, it's kind of like the worry kind of thing. I mean, the more you worry, the more you're going to slow down that action. The trick is to kind of let go of that situation, and then things kind of fall into your lap in a manner of speaking. I mean, there's no need for you to worry about um, are things going to be coming from this direction or that direction? Is somebody going to hand that object to me? And am I going to get paid in hand cash or what? Whatever the case that you're worrying about, I kind of feel like that this feels like, hang on, I'm getting a different kind of feeling here. This kind of feels like that you just want to make sure you're going in the right direction than it is about worrying. But I do feel like um, that in some ways, yes, you do worry a lot, but I kind of feel like that this is a kind of feeling that you want to make sure that you're getting stuff. Let, let's use the example, you're paying for stuff on time. And that's understandable, but there are just some things that's kind of out of control, especially how things are being delivered to us. Like, for example, I ordered another tarot deck, which I will showcase it in my video, but it's going to take time for it to get here. So, in a matter of speaking, I can't worry about it too much because it's already ordered and it's going to be coming on the way. So, as long as you know that things are going to be turning out for the better and at the end, there's no use for worrying. But it is understandable if you're coming from like a want to be prepared kind of place too. Now the Empress right here of the Angel, right here, Angel deck. She's the Angel of Abundance, and then this one is the Six of Swords. Look at that. But it's supposed to be upright, okay? Okay, this is the Six of Swords, and this is reverse position. So I want to keep it in reverse position. I'll tell you what this means in a moment. So what this kind of tells me is that the Empress is telling you that um, while you have to take some time, okay, let's put it this way. Let's say you're at a job right now. And just saying if this pertains to you. Not everything pertains to everybody in this deck, but give it a few years, at least maybe a few months. Maybe it will pertain to you in those many amount of years, and you'll see like, oh, well, yeah, well, that makes sense, or some of it made sense, or something like that. But um, anyway, I'm just speaking to the person who may have already clicked on a video, and perhaps they probably know where I'm coming from. So anyway, basically, you need to take your time to just kind of like ground yourself. I mean, even if you're not the spiritual type, I mean, you have to ground yourself in a healthy way. Like, take the time, paint something, build something if you're crafty with craftsmanship kind of thing. Like, uh, using the example, build another proton pack. I mean, like a replica of it. Maybe. Um, make a replica of the alien gun from like the Alien movies, or what was another one, like a replica of maybe the Next Generations, like Star Trek, the Next Generations, like phaser gun, like a laser gun, kind of thing. I mean, those are all things that you're passionate about. Just choose one of those things that you're very passionate about and just ground yourself in that work. But for those who are spiritual, just take your time outside, take a walk, um, do some grounding exercises, meditate, take a few deep breaths in. Say, let's use the example of 3 breaths in, hold for 3, and release on 3, and then another. Uh, 3 breaths in, hold for 3, and release on 3. So that's pretty much what you have to do to ground yourself, and just imagine all of those negative energy, whatever um, color that you associate negativity with, just imagine it going down to the center of the earth, and then just imagine yourself being enveloped with white light, or whatever you pertain as, um, whatever you associate protection with, just use that color and just envelope yourself in that. I mean, it sounds simple, but just understand it took me several practices to get where I am. And then the other thing is, we have the Two of Cups. Here's a Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is about partnership. And then the Four of Cups right here, what that's just 2 extra cups added. Let's just be honest. Now, basically, let's just tell it to you this way. This could mean love. I mean, the Two of Cups could mean love. I mean, that's one of the interpretations, but you could be seeking partnership in a business, let's say. And who's to say that partnership means that you're just strictly business partners as well? I mean, don't listen to this part of the section verbatim, because this is just the interpretation part. But I mean, usually when you meet somebody at work, it could actually turn into a real partnership in life. You marry that person that you fell in love with, and stuff like that, even though it's in some ways not ethical, and kind of like the orientation of business wise, in a technicality wise, but still, I kind of feel like this is more business-like. I kind of feel like you're not looking for love. I kind of feel like that this is actually strictly business, and you're just looking for somebody to help you see another perspective by having another. There's an old saying that says 2 heads are better than one. If you have another person to talk with and give you feedback and stuff like that, and say like, well, I think it should be done this way. Usually you can agree, sometimes it needs a little work by saying, no, I like it this way. Then it might take several other negotiations and stuff like that, and say like, oh, well, this makes a lot more sense if we do it 50-50 this way and that way. Then we could just kind of like, in the sense of the word, marry those two together, and then you have satisfied customers. And let's see. Here's the Two of Wands. Two of Wands, and that one is progress. And here is the Hermit upright and the Steampunk Taro. And what this one kind of tells me is that while you kind of enjoy being in isolation, I mean, in some ways, yes, I kind of identify with that in some ways because I need to have some alone time to kind of readjust myself after taking up so much energy from other people. Let's just be honest, because people are in so many different moods at work, and you just soak it up like a sponge, and you're just kind of exhausted, and you're like, oh, I need to take a nap. I need to take a moment of my time to meditate, to take a walk outside, to, just readjust myself so I can feel like more like myself. I mean, at the end of the night, you're going to go to bed anyway, but you can readjust yourself there too. But just spiritually speaking, you could ground yourself by going outside and just kind of like protect yourself in white light, and just imagine that other people's emotions are deflecting from this shield of white light kind of thing. And so I kind of feel like that's where it's coming from, even if you're not a spiritual person. Um, let me just say this: even if you're not a spiritual person, there are other ways to ground yourself. You don't have to only meditate and take a walk outside. Just focus all your passion on your project, and you're just going to be just as well as grounded if you take on the project that you're passionate about. I mean, I can identify with that too, because I've taken the time to buy some of the parts to make the proton pack just a little bit more convincing when I was doing this for a Halloween project of sorts. But just understand, just there are probably other options that you could probably do in your isolation of your own house. I don't mean to take down the wooden door and start um, building replicas out of it. I mean, in some ways, there are two movie references that I just kind of pick and chose from. There's one movie called Enchanted where um, the princess from the animated world came to our real world to New York, and discovered that things work differently in reality, and she had to learn the hard way. Then she made a dress out of curtains, and and she was like, "Oh, was I not supposed to do that?" And there was another thing that I referenced. Oh gosh, Elf. The movie Elf. Um, there is a part in the scene where Will Ferrell, who is the elf, well, he's a human being raised by elves, but he still believes that he is 100% an elf, and he took the TV stand and made a rocking horse out of it. So yes, try not to take what I say literally out of these cards, but there is a hidden message for you to reinterpret everything and say, like, oh, yes, well, this makes sense to me. And I, I just need to warn you. Please don't make rocking horses or any kind of project out of, um, you know, wooden doors that is supposed to be staying closed and all of that stuff, because all I'm saying is there has to be like some sort of project that you could do. If it's not a wooden project, maybe you could look at a different project by repainting the house. Maybe there's something that you could do artistically out of construction paper and all of that stuff. Just, try to keep yourself occupied. And we only have like, gosh, we only have like maybe. Let me double check the calendar. Uh, we only have 9 days till New Year's. So if you could last until then, you should be all good. Because I kind of feel like people have been stockpiling things that could be turned into projects anyway. So there you go. That's the interpretation that I'm going with and staying with. And this is going to be uploaded on YouTube right afterwards. And have a great Christmas Eve, everybody. Blessed be, blessings. And I guess I'll see you next time.